Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John Chega. Today I want us to have a discussion. Today we are not going to deal with legal matters, but life issues and some spiritual aspect. I'm a Christian. I subscribe to that Christian faith, and so my discussion today will be based on the Bible, in the book of Numbers, just one chapter, just one verse. Numbers 14, verse 24, one of my favorite verses in the Bible. And it reads, this God himself speaking about his servant Caleb, and he says, "But my servant Caleb, because he had another spirit with him I'll bring into the land wherein he went, and his seed shall possess it." So the context of this particular verse speaks about a particular moment when Moses sent some spies to the land of Canaan, and when they were at Jordan, they went over to Canaan to spy, to see indeed what was in that land, that God promised them a land flowing with land and milk. But unfortunately, when these 10 spies got to the land of Canaan and spied, they lost their focus on what actually was supposed to spy on, and they concentrated on the challenge that was there. And the main challenge that was there, which is what I want us to talk about, that land was a land flowing with land and honey and milk and others, and as a result, the people who lived there were giants, and the spies there could not figure out how they are going to defeat the giants, how they are going to get into that land. And in life, I've realized that we have so many things that have been promised to us. We have things that we want to achieve in life. We can clearly see them. But on our way to getting to our promises, we encounter giants, and this becomes a determining factor of whether one is going to achieve the dreams or not. And unfortunately, we spend a lot of our time dealing with the giants. We spend most of the time occupying our minds with the impossibilities in life, and we end up not achieving what we want. At this particular moment, God is speaking, and he's saying, of all the people who went there, he was speaking about Caleb and Joshua, and he was saying, because they had another spirit in them, they had a different spirit. He's giving a promise that he's going to give them the land where they went into, and their children shall possess it. And this, ladies and gentlemen, has been an issue that has always been causing a lot of problem in our lives, in our way to achieving our dreams. All of us have dreams that we want to achieve, but alongside, as we try to pursue our dreams, we meet challenges. We meet sometimes we don't have money. Money becomes scarce. We don't have connections. We just don't figure out how things are going to work, and in that process, we end up losing our trust in God. We end up forgetting who promised us, because if you have a look at that, and these people came to the gathering of the Israelites, and they gave them a result of what they saw. They just concentrated on the giants. When it came to Joshua and Caleb, this is what they had to say. They said that yes, we entered into that land, we saw the giants, but then they are saying that nevertheless God has promised us, and if he has promised us, we shall possess it. And that's the kind of spirit that sometimes we need to have. Sometimes we need to get to a point and just encourage ourselves. Situations, all the great people we've had, made in the Bible, made in politics, made in any other field in life, listen to them when they are giving their stories. They have encountered many challenges that made many people leave them, that made them stand alone, but they believed in what they saw. And I want to encourage us and tell you, in whatever situation that we are facing, that we have that one choice. At any given time, life is that choice. You'll open a business, and you'll face your giants there. You go into farming, the giants will be there. You go into education, you go to school, you'll find your giants there. Wherever you go, the challenges will be there. And our characters are made when we conquer these giants. So today my message is very simple. It is a time for everybody to wake up and face the giants. It's time to conquer the giants. It's time to become strong. It's time to remember he who promised us. And that's what Paul says. He says that one thing he's very sure about. He says that he knows that he who promised him is able to bring his dreams into accomplishment. Once we know that, when we know that we have God on our side, no one will be against us, we'll be able to overcome this giant. So I want to just make it short and concise, that it is time for us to wake up. It's time for everybody to rise up. Rise up today and be ready to fight. Be ready to fight to get that which God promised you. Yes, you'll be given a promise, you'll have a big dream, you'll see the dream, but there will be challenges along the way. But this is what the promise and the certainty we have is what Paul says, that we know he who promised us these things is faithful to bring them into accomplishment. So take courage, face your giants, be able to overcome them, and surely you will possess that which God promised you. God bless you and have a good